There's a woman named Corrie ten Boom, and she was a survivor of the Nazi prison camp. No, she wouldn't say she was a survivor. Actually, Corrie ten Boom says she is a witness. This is BethWe in the Koinonia kitchen, and I want to talk about that. Why did she say a witness and not a survivor? And her answer was because she didn't go through it alone. She went through it with love instead of fear. There's a great quote she has. She said, when God tells us to love our enemies, he gives, along with the command, the love itself. So today we're going to talk about holding a grudge. It's so easy to do. I mean, it's not okay what they did, right? They deserve some justice. I'm not saying I'm going to exact the justice. I'm just saying somebody should exact the justice. There should be something done. I can't let go of it. I can't let go of this grudge. Because it's not okay. It's just not okay what you did. And if you know what that feels like, you're coming from a place of pride and ego. How do I know that? Because I've been there so many times, and I had to do the work to see why I can't let go of a grudge. What is it about holding a grudge that becomes so difficult to let go? For me, it's because of pride. It's because somehow if I say it's okay that you hurt me, that I'm less meaningful than you are, that I value myself less than you value me. All these different things. And the reality is, it keeps me tied up. It's like there's a big knot inside me every time I hold a grudge. And when I go to try to loosen the knot, I just pull it tighter because I want justice. I remember years ago, my younger brother Jim sent me a reading that he got at a church, and it gave the definitions of 3 words: justice, mercy, and grace. And I have to tell you, I've used those definitions so many times. Justice, you get what you deserve. And from this church point of view, they were talking about the higher power. You want to know God? He's a God of justice. You get what you deserve. And then the person writing this article said, but then I got to know God a little bit better. And I realized he's not really just a God of justice. He's a God of mercy. You don't get what you deserve. Mercy means you don't get what you deserve. And I loved that. I was like, yeah, I've had mercy. I've been given mercy from my higher power. It's really hard for me to give mercy to other people, but I have received it from the higher power. And then the writer of this article went on to say, grace, that God is a God of grace, not just mercy, not just justice. He's a God of grace. You get what you don't deserve. And that's when I got it. When I got what I didn't deserve, I received it because I was broken. I couldn't fix it. I couldn't fix what was wrong inside me. I needed the love of a higher power to make it right. And yet, even though my higher power gave me not just justice, not just mercy, but grace, I can't give that to other people. And that's what I'm called to do, to love my neighbor. It's a simple request. Could you just love your neighbor? Well, not if if I have a grudge, I can't love my neighbor because they messed up and I don't want them to forget it. And that's the nature of holding a grudge. So what are you going to do? I have a 5-point strategy to help you let go of a grudge. Are you ready? Number 1, don't avoid the pain of the hurt or the betrayal. Feel it. Feel it fully. If you would, I wish you would sit down and write about it. Write about how it feels to be hurt or betrayed. Write about the person who did the betrayal or hurt you. Write about what you expected and what you got instead. Write about how it took you by surprise. Write everything down. Write about the hurt. I want you to feel it fully, as best you can while you're writing it down. I promise the feeling will pass, but write it all down. That's the first step. Second step, get angry. Tell somebody about what you wrote. Maybe it's a sponsor or a trusted friend, but tell them about how you feel. Tell them what you can about the betrayal or the hurt. Deal with the anger. Deal with it. I remember once in my life, I was so angry that I got a 4x4 and put it in my garage, and I pounded nails into this piece of wood. I just needed to let the anger out. I just pounded the nails in. I have a friend, Debbie, who buys rolls of wrapping paper at the dollar store, and she beats her bed with these until the whole roll will start to shred. She just gets the anger out. Anger isn't bad, guys. It's a normal emotion. It's just not one we can play with for very long. Get it out. If you feel angry, face it and do something about it. Talk to somebody about it first and then move on it. Take some action. Physical action really helps with emotional anger. The third point, I want you to accept that you can't change what happened. The past is the past. It is over. It is the past. But remember this, just because you accept the past doesn't mean you approve of it. Do you get that? Just because you accept the past does not mean you approve of it. Look at presidential elections. Have you ever voted for someone and they didn't win? And you're living with the new president that you didn't vote for. You accept that that's the new president, but you don't approve of it. Do you get the difference? You need to accept what is. In reality, you were hurt. In reality, you got angry. In reality, this really happened, and you're dealing with it now. So accept that you cannot change what happened, because the past is the past, especially in the material world. I will give you a little hint. In the spiritual world, you can change it really quickly. And that's the fourth point. I want you to pray. I want you to pray that you can come to a place where you choose to forgive the person who hurt you. Oh, I know you're getting mad now. You're like, I don't want to listen to the rest of this. Just hang in there with me for a minute. Begin by making a decision. Forgiveness is not about how you feel. You know that. Forgiveness is a decision, nothing more. You are deciding not to carry that hurt with you into your future. You will not taint your wonderful future with that broken piece of your history. You want to move forward free. Ask God to give you the power to forgive. There's a great sign on the Freedom Church wall where we hold our workshops. Bless them, change me. Pray. Pray for the power to move from decision-making about forgiveness into feeling it. It might take years, guys. I got to be honest. The feeling might not come for years, but it will come. Make the decision to forgive and lean strongly. Lean in deep to your higher power and tell the higher power, I don't feel forgiveness, but I am choosing it. Help me execute this. And then the fifth thing, I want you to move out of your pattern. Are you playing a victim here? Somebody hurt you and now you're a victim, and now you tell everybody about your victim story? If you do that, the story takes on a life of its own. And instead of feeling real feelings, you've changed it enough that the story promotes false feelings. And it becomes manipulative to get your needs met. You tell the story when you have a need that needs to be met. When I'm a victim and somebody's going to pull me out of my victimhood, I tell the story. And then I hope they do something good for me. I know that sounds horrible, but I want you to look honestly at your pattern. Do you have a pattern of being a victim? If that's a pattern, you're going to have to work hard on that. You know, the TV show Survivor is an example. Who's the survivor in that? Sur means above and vive means life. So you're over and above life. You're not really one on the island trying to get your needs met. You're hurting other people to get your needs met. Victims do that too. They drain people. They don't have their own energetic stance, so they drain other people. to get their needs met. Please don't be that. Don't let that take over in your life. So those are 5 strategies. I'm going to flip through them really quick again. Don't avoid the pain. Feel it, write about it. Number 2, get angry. Tell a trusted witness about the anger and the whole story. Then deal with the anger. Something physical, pounding nails, hitting the wrapping paper on the bed. But deal with it. It could be going for a run. Deal with the anger. 3, accept that you can't change the past. Even though you don't like what happened, you cannot change it. 4, pray. Begin to ask God to help you choose forgiveness instead of vengeance. Ask God to give you the power to forgive. And 5, move out of your pattern. If there's a pattern of victimhood, own it and deny it. Tell yourself, I don't want to be a victim again. I don't want to tell this story ever again because I'm using it to manipulate people, not to get rid of the feeling. Do you get the difference? I guess you're listening and you're thinking, well, what if I don't want to forgive? Okay, I just want to tell you why you should. It feels better than hating. Forgiving feels so much better than hating. It's a God quality. So it moves us in our spiritual life in progressing. We progress, we move forward, and we move away from the things that hold us back. Maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's a two-legged drug that you've been taking on and off for the past 8 years. Get honest about it. Peace comes through connection, and holding a grudge, all that does is it brings separation. You're always choosing connection or separation. Be honest about what you're doing with this grudge. And when you forgive a grudge and let it go, it frees you up to love other people. And because the forgiveness takes hold in your heart, it changes you. And different people start to care about you. You will find that the people that are attracted to you will change because you have become more attractive as your spirit heals. Part of you is tied up by someone else if you're holding a grudge. Don't you think it's time to let that go? Are you allowing someone to make less of your life than you have earned? If so, it's time. Make the decision and do the work. I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWe.com.